In the UK, there's a magical retail world where everything is much bigger, but the prices are rumoured to be much smaller.
We get their breakfast cereal out of the cupboard. It's honey, I blew up the kids kind of size packet of cereal.
But only if you can fit it all in the car.
You'll get sizes far larger than you could get in other grocery stores.
And with prices going up, those in the know head inside this extraordinary place that's got everyone talking. Costco.
The magic ingredient is exclusivity.
This mysterious wholesaler sells everything from hot dogs to hot tubs.
I'm thinking of like Toys R Us, but for mums and dads.
Open to businesses as well as the public, it's the shop where the shops shop.
As soon as I opened my business, the first thing on my list was membership.
In this programme, we'll go inside Costco's massive warehouse stores and give you the full lowdown from those in the know.
Let's head inside and show you some of the best things to get at Costco.
We'll reveal the secret methods that will get you into the Costco club.
There are loopholes that allow you in through the magic door.
Discover which of their products offer the best value for money.
2 vodkas here, and I want to see if you can tell the difference between the two.
And uncover how this multi-billion-dollar business keeps its products cheap but still manages to make a fortune.
How much profit are you actually making? And the answer is, in Costco's case, shed loads.
As we reveal everything you need to know about Costco and the secrets of the cash and carry. Costco is a giant in the world of cash and carry.
The scale is vast. It's one of the biggest retailers in the world.
The company is worth $250 billion. That's $250 billion. That is 10 times the size of Tesco, and Tesco is Britain's biggest private sector employer.
But Costco is also a members club, which makes it a closed shop to most of us.
To the majority of people in Britain, Costco is a complete mystery. They may have seen them from the side of the motorway, but most people haven't been through those famous doors.
Costco is a very private business.
I haven't heard about it, actually. I don't really know what it is.
I think you have to sign up, no?
I don't know very much about Costco. I know you can get the big bucket of pretzels there.
And there's one big reason why you might not have heard of them.
They are sort of almost allergic to any form of advertising. But once you sign up to become a member, then you are made to feel like you're part of a club.
However, there are dispatches from the front line revealing the bargains on offer.
These are the Victoria sponges and they are absolutely unbelievable.
Oh my god, check this out. 1.5 litres of Prosecco for £20. I want this.
One of the first things you notice about shopping at Costco is that everything is massive.
That is a lot of coffee.
You'll get branded goods in sizes far larger than you could get in other grocery stores.
That's huge.
When they get their breakfast cereal out of the cupboard, it's honey, I blew up the kids kind of size packet of cereal.
Tomahawk steaks, these are absolutely massive.
The biggest block of cheese I have ever seen.
But it's not just the size of the products that's the attraction. People flock to shop here because they think it's cheap.
Costco customers love a bargain, so they'll go there bargain hunting.
Oh my god. 20 waffles for $7.99.
Whether that's 48 batteries for £13.18 or 1,100 tea bags for under £15, the apparent savings are appealing.
So I think this is the section where the money saving really comes in, because you get these sort of massive packaged meat.
But not just anyone can walk in here and bag a super-sized bargain. Shopping is strictly members only.
It's not possible to just turn up at a Costco store and shop like you would a normal grocer.
Costco is a deeply weird concept to most British people because you've got to pay money to be a member before you can actually get in through the door.
Is it like some Illuminati thing? And so if you're not a member, then you can't go in there, and therefore they can't catch you out. And what are they sacrificing in these massive warehouses? I'm not saying that's what happens. I'm just curious.
And even if you do manage to join, once through the doors of the warehouse store, the shopping experience can be overwhelming.
It's quite grim in there. It's kind of concrete floors, harsh lighting, and those very, very tall aisles of goods with stuff still in their cardboard boxes.
There's no major signage, there's no flashy displays. You have to navigate around the store yourself just by discovering what products are actually on the shelves.
The products on offer to customers aren't just basics in bigger sizes.
It's this very odd mixture of flash electronics, ride-on lawnmowers, 100-year-old olive trees, along with sort of basic staples of loo roll and cooking oil and sausages.
Imagine the middle aisle of Lidl or Aldi, but like rows and rows of it. Imagine that. I'm thinking of like Toys R Us, but for mums and dads. You can literally buy anything. We're talking kayaks, we're talking skis. We have a lot of steep hills in Blackburn. Very hilly place. And I just thought, well, I could ski down one of them.
Yes, Costco is catnip for Britain's bargain hunters, offering a whole host of curiosities. From South African snacks to an 85-inch telly, American treats to an exercise machine, a cuddly toy to a set of garden furniture. It's a world that just keeps getting weirder.
Chocolate wine. It actually has Bluetooth built in and some seriously creepy looking elves.
And all right on top of each other.
Would you like some household surface wipes? Or maybe a huge glass display cabinet?
So how do you know what not to buy?
The real trick with Costco is you have to go in with, frankly, a calculator and internet access and just check prices, because it really does depend. Some things are fantastic value and some things, frankly, aren't very good value at all.
So, coming up, our super shoppers reveal how to win when shopping at the warehouse stores.
I'm getting my value for money and I'm getting 3 bulked items.
How not to fall for the tricks.
So this definitely wasn't on the list today, right?
No, this wasn't on the list.
It's absolutely their aim for you to walk out with something that you didn't actually intend to buy in the first place.
Plus the inside track on membership and the secret ways to crash the Costco party.
There are loopholes that allow you in through the magic door at Aladdin's cave.
Costco may be a giant in the world of British cash and carry, but it was first started almost 50 years ago in the US. It's 1976 and one entrepreneur in California is thinking differently about retail.
The history of Costco is really fascinating. It starts with a guy called Sol Price, who's not a retailer, he's a lawyer. But he came up with the idea that you could come and buy stuff from a warehouse and in return you get really good discounted prices.
Sol Price called his company Price Club and also introduced the novel idea that every customer would have to pay a membership fee to shop there. It was immediately a huge success and other stores took note.
And by the 1980s, there's a whole host of these wholesale clubs where you have to pay to be a member and in return you get really good discounted prices.
One of those copycat businesses was Costco. To corner the market, Sol Price agreed to merge Price Club with Costco in 1993 and the seeds of today's $250 billion business were sown. It set up shop in Britain that same year and now has 100 million members and 800 stores worldwide.
It was a new concept for the United Kingdom for the public to be able to pay a membership and actually go and purchase items at a discounted price.
Today, there are 29 stores across the UK, but exactly how you become a member still seems shrouded in mystery.
I have no idea what the membership criteria is for Costco, it's not a clue.
We've got a business card, I don't know if you have to be a business member or not, I'm not sure.
Not just anyone can join the Costco club.
No, you've got to either be a registered business, or you have to be VAT registered, VAT registered, or you've got to be one of a number of professions. A teacher, frontline worker, accountant, lawyer.
Costs start at £15 a year for online shopping only, rising to a whopping £74.40 for individual executive membership.
They really try and make it feel like an exclusive club, like you're getting access to exclusive bargains, to own branded goods that you can't get anywhere else.
So, unless you run a relevant business or work in a qualifying profession, Costco is a no-go.
I looked down the list and comedian isn't on there. So, if there was some sort of loophole...
Yeah, with a bit of digging, there are loopholes that allow you in through the magic door, Aladdin's cave.
There are rumours that being a member of the AA, RAC or the National Trust, or even owning an American Express card could qualify you for membership. But are they true?
Hi, I was wondering if I could inquire about getting a membership, please. Could I speak to someone in membership, if that's all right?
We rang all 29 branches in the UK.
OK, brilliant. So, yeah, just come down with any of those, AA, RAC, American Express or National Trust, and you guys can sign me up. That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your help. Really appreciate it.
Surprisingly, 4 of the stores, Cardiff, Birmingham, Sheffield and Coventry, confirmed the rumours, but the other 25 refuted them.
So in some, but not all of these warehouses, if you turn up and you prove you're a member of the RAC or the AA or the National Trust, then you can sign up to become a member here.
One person who's got her membership card and knows how to get the best deals is super shopper Joanna Lampijo, who runs a successful cupcake business.
As soon as I opened my business, the first thing on my list was to get myself a Costco membership.
Jo soon progressed from buying products for her business to bulk buying non-perishable goods for her home.
2 reasons why I bulk buy. First of all, of course, you get your value for money, which is great. However, the second main big reason is going back and forth to the shops is just a total waste of time, and you cannot put a value on your time.
After years of successful shopping, Jo has dozens of tips for winning at the warehouse stores.
Most importantly, plan your shopping before heading out, because it's oftentimes so easy to get sucked into those impulse buys that are literally rearing and screaming at you from every single aisle, as it will save you a lot of time and it will save you a lot of money by the time you get to checkout.
Jo also price checks the goods she's planning to buy to make sure she only gets genuine bargains.
Now, I've just found one at Sainsbury's, which is being sold at £5 per 500 ml. And Costco are coming in at £3.87. So it's always just so nice knowing that I'm actually gonna save. And I think it's more the fact that I'm gonna get 3 for the price.
The trick is understanding that just because it's bigger doesn't always make it cheaper. So Joanna always checks before putting boots on the ground.
Right, Costco, here we come. I definitely recommend bolting it right down to the end of the store. This will save you a lot of money and distraction, and you won't be doing what I'm doing, looking at everything every 2 minutes.
They'll tend to put the staples like milk and bread and the toilet paper right at the back.
Which is kind of quite odd, because most supermarkets, the big hypermarkets, the Tesco, the Asda's, the big Sainsbury's, the food is at the front.
And there's a very good reason why you should fly past the front.
They sort of put their big wow items right at the front to distract you.
You could walk in for a certain amount of foodstuffs and walk out with a TV because you just saw it and it was on a great deal.
With the impression of deals on big-ticket items, it's easy to get sucked in by a kitchen mixer for £288 or a giant HD telly for 1,800 quid.
Okay, so I've made it to the middle of Costco. Now the goal is for me to go straight down, right to the bottom, and then make my way kind of throughout the rest of the store.
But that could take you some time.
So there's numbers on the aisles, but from memory, I don't think there's any signage in the store.
With nothing signposted, it's important to keep your bearings.
The trick with these warehouse stores is that they are like a jumble sale. They are purposefully disorientating.
The layout is quite chaotic. It changes quite a lot. So oftentimes, as a member, you're visiting and you're having to go on a voyage of discovery every single time.
1 week you'll know, okay, I know where everything is this week. I can run around and do it quickly. And then next minute you know, your mind map of the store has completely changed.
And there's a reason why Costco want you to wander all over the store.
It's absolutely their aim for you to buy something, walk out with something that you didn't actually intend to buy in the first place.
To keep a lid on your shopping spend, it's vital not to give in to impulse buys. Easier said than done.
This is so cute. Oh my gosh, so it's a 2-tier frame basket. Fantastic. I mean, I love it so much.
Resisting temptation is not easy, especially when unexpected items are always in your eye line.
And that is the genius of this kind of very strange layout. There's endless opportunities for impulse purchases. Just as you turn a corner on the way looking for, bread or butter, you find some discounted underpants. You think, oh, actually, I do need some cheap underpants. In they go into the basket.
Do people just come in here and walk away with a whole bunch of things that they never intended to buy in the first place? I feel that that's what's going to happen to me right now. I absolutely want this giant whiteboard. Just a casual dining set right here. How about an inflatable canoe? This place is crazy.
When on the tills, the most common thing you would used to hear was, I only came in for one thing. And you just have to laugh and say, oh. And then they've spent over £100.
Every single time, I always get stuff I don't need.
The more you buy, the cheaper it is. Or it feels cheaper anyway, until I get to checkout.
The silliest thing I bought in Costco was the camera, which I never used it.
But my mum was so disciplined. She knew what she was in there for, and she knew her budget, and she wouldn't let her eye wanders, unlike me, who was like,
Another key to success is not getting distracted by the sample stations that interrupt your journey.
I'm being called over and I'm going over to check it out. And it feels good.
The sample stations are there to seduce you. But if your aim is to save money, never stray from the path.
I'm going to stick to going down to the far non-perishable items. I am going to stick to the plan. Okay, now we are back on track and there's been loads of bits that I've actually walked past and I've fought temptation. Now, let's just pick up my Zaflora. It's actually retailing at £8.99 and it's £10.78 including VAT.
In a pack of 3, each bottle is coming in at just under £3.60.
I price checked this at Sainsbury's and it was going for £5. So really, that's basically me saving. I'm saving my time, I'm getting my value for money, and I'm getting 3 bulked items.
Costco is all about having it large, or what they call in the trade bulk buying. But are the economies of scale always what they seem?
Sometimes customers aren't always getting the great deal that they think they are when they're bulk buying because it's really difficult to compare like for like in terms of quantities.
Having done the bulk buy maths, our savvy shoppers believe there are still some bargains to be found in store.
They've just started doing Rave, which I think is a better energy drink. Very low calories and really good tasting, and it's only £8.98. That's including VAT, so I'm going to get this today.
The saving on this multi-pack is more than £11 compared to buying cans individually from Sainsbury's. But not every bulk buy is a bargain.
I love Clearway for my protein. It's £28, but I never pay more than between 12 and 15. There's always a sale, so do not get it here.
Only buyer beware. The headline price doesn't tell you the whole story. As a wholesaler, Costco's prices are displayed differently to a supermarket's. And for a newbie, it pays to read the small print, especially 3 vital letters.
Members of the public need to be really careful when they walk inside the warehouse because the main price you see, big letters, is the price without VAT.
So the fact that the price that they display at the shelf edge most prominently actually doesn't contain VAT makes you feel really, really good about the cost. Makes you think that you're getting a bigger saving than you potentially are.
Another tip when it comes to fresh food like fruit, veg and bread, is to make sure you can actually eat everything that you buy.
Here's some avocados, because why not? They're massive.
Like, the thing is, like, some stuff you can't, like fruit, for example. It'd be great if you just had an endless supply of fruit, but that stuff goes off in it. So it has to be stuff that doesn't go off.
It really comes down to whether or not the size of the household can get through the goods in the time that they are still in good quality, good condition. If you're a single person, for example, it's not likely that you're going to be able to get through 32 bread rolls in a week.
Most of Joanna's bulk buy purchases are non-perishables, but there is one item that she never leaves without, and it's a Costco classic, Kirkland spring water.
So you've got 40 bottles of water right here, going for a subtotal of £3.10, and that includes VAT. I always get their water.
With water in the trolley, Joanna's shopping trip is complete. And at under 8p a bottle, it's one of Costco's most famous bargains.
I would always say the best selling is the waters, just because they're so cheap. Cheapest product in Costco is water.
I really can't beat their water.
Why do civilians need 100,000 packets of water? Like, especially up here in the northwest, we've got nice water coming out of our taps.
Coming up, we investigate the rumours surrounding Costco's own brand products.
There is speculation that some of the biggest brands in the world are their suppliers.
Find out if they come out on top in tests against pricey premium brands.
I've got 2 vodkas here for you to try, and I want you to see if you can tell the difference between the two.
And what to do if your bulk buying bonanza takes over your house.
I don't have any storage to actually put it anywhere.
Costco is one of Britain's best-kept shopping secrets. Stories of huge savings and bulk buy bargains have built a buzz around this unique cash-and-carry experience. One unique feature is something you'll find in just about every aisle, a curious brand called Kirkland Signature. And there's a reason for that.
Kirkland Signature is the own brand range for Costco and is normally cheaper than normal brands that you would purchase.
But do you get what you pay for? Most supermarkets' own brand products are either low cost and low quality or high priced and premium quality. Kirkland is claimed to be both low cost and high quality. Could that be true? And if so, how?
There is sort of speculation that some of the biggest brands in the world are their suppliers, that they are essentially supplying their own items under a different label.
These rumours that some Kirkland products are actually undercover big brands are rife, and 2 in particular have caused the most intrigue. Firstly, in booze.
So there is speculation that Grey Goose, the leading vodka brand, actually makes Kirkland's vodka, but they certainly would never admit to it.
And secondly, in coffee beans.
If you want to buy coffee beans, Kirkland Signature coffee beans, it does say on the packaging, roasted by Starbucks coffee.
So, are Kirkland Signature's French vodka and house blend coffee really premium brands in disguise? And do the Kirkland products deserve their reputation for quality? Baking star and consumer champion Bryony May Williams decided to find out.
So we're going to go for vodka A first.
Nice and smooth. It's a good, clean taste.
It hits quite harshly. I like the strength of B. I felt like it was stronger.
I think that tastes like a good vodka. Much stronger.
Opinions are divided, but while some palates are clearly more discerning than others,
Yeah, tastes like vodka.
the vast majority of our testers could definitely tell them apart, with a narrow majority preferring vodka B. So which was which?
I can tell you now that B is Kirkland's signature French vodka from Costco.
Get out.
No!
Is it really?
With the Kirkland vodka around £24 per litre compared to Grey Goose's £45, for our testers, a good price makes the vodka taste even better.
I know which one I'm going for.
We asked Grey Goose about any affiliation with Kirkland Signature. They told us they don't produce any other vodka and that Grey Goose has no affiliation to Kirkland's signature vodka. This rumour, though persistent, is completely false. But what about the coffee? The Kirkland coffee declares it's roasted by Starbucks, so presumably the two should taste the same. First up, Mystery Coffee A.
So if you'd like to try A first. It's okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's not very coffee-ish. Quite nice.
Quite watery.
This hot coffee is mostly getting a lukewarm response.
Wow.
Can Coffee B do better?
Oh, I like B better.
You like B better?
It's a bit richer.
According to most of our budding baristas, there's a clear favourite.
Yeah, that one tastes better.
You prefer that one?
It's better than this.
Yeah, I'd say that's the stronger coffee taste.
So, in our taste test, Coffee B came out the better brew. But is it from the best-known brand?
So A is actually Starbucks House Blend, and B is Kirkland's signature house blend from Costco. It's the one that you prefer? Yeah.
Yeah, this I prefer than this.
They're actually both roasted by Starbucks, but you prefer the Kirkland one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can enjoy the rest of that if you want. It's all right. It's a bit breezy.
The Kirkland coffee is around half the price of Starbucks, but it's certainly a hit with our testers.
Out of the 8 people we asked, 6 people preferred the Kirkland signature house blend, which I find really interesting that that's the one they went for. 2 people preferred the Starbucks house blend, and people really could tell the difference. You know, they very strongly said one tasted completely different to the other. So, you know, there's speculation, maybe they might be the same bean, but I'd say there's a strong possibility that they're not.
Just because it says roasted by Starbucks coffee does not necessarily mean that they are the same beans. It's quite carefully worded.
So, neither Costco's house blend coffee beans nor its French vodka are famous brands sold undercover as Kirkland's signature. But in both our tests, it was actually the Kirkland that came out on top. Perhaps the most important thing is that many people believe that they are the same.
They're not made by the same people, and that people have just got mistaken. But I suppose the fact that so many people think that they're made by the same company is just brilliant viral marketing for Costco.
So, whilst Kirkland's quality seems to stand up, how on earth do they keep their prices down? Costco's sheer size as a global player gives them an edge.
Costco's buying power in the UK is tremendous.
If you're one of the world's biggest retailers, 10 times the size of Tesco, then you can just turn around to any supplier in the world, and you, the supplier, have to give Costco the best possible price.
They buy such large amounts, so that's how they can actually negotiate with manufacturers and come up with really good prices.
It's a win-win scenario. The prices they can negotiate by buying big trickle down to the customers who buy in bulk. But what is the most popular bulk buy at Costco? The answer may surprise you.
The toilet paper is actually their best seller. The volumes that they shift are vast.
Yes, incredibly, bulk sales of bog roll are reported to earn the company around $400 million annually.
How much are you going number 2, for want of a better word, that you need that much loo roll?
Recently, demand has been peaking.
The very first lockdown of 2020, toilet roll became totemic as the one item Britain wanted lots of. Well, if you'd gone to Costco, you could have got a 40-pack of toilet roll.
And the queue was going all the way through the car park, and people literally ran to get the toilet tissue. It was insanity.
Once again, it's Costco's own brand, Kirkland Signature toilet paper, that comes out on top for wiping bottoms. But how does it stack up against the competition?
Toilet roll is one of Costco's biggest sellers, but what I really want to know is it actually the cheapest on the market? So I'm going to have to do some sums though. This might actually take me a little while. Maybe you could cut some puppies or something? Yeah? Awesome, thanks.
While we put Costco's own brand through the time-honoured puppy test, Bryony will be comparing it to the own brand rolls from discount stores Asda and Lidl. And with different prices and sizes, measuring cost against quality can be a head-scratcher.
It's a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be. Have you got more puppies you could show? Just give me a few more minutes.
In terms of quality, Kirkland's superior 3-ply sheets are thicker than the 2-ply of the others. But what if you're more concerned about counting the pennies when you're spending a penny?
The results are very interesting because Lidl has come out cheapest, with Asda in the middle, and then Costco as the most expensive, which I think is really surprising considering you've got to buy 40 rolls of Costco loo roll to get that price, whereas in the other supermarkets it's more like 20-24.
So bulk may sometimes be best, but it doesn't always mean cheapest.
It does pay to shop around because, you know, Lidl, cheaper than Costco.
However, if you're in the know, there are secret coded clues that could bring down the cost of a quality purchase.
If you see a 97, as in 97p at the end of the price, that means it's been discounted.
And the reduction could be huge.
But like it'll be reduced from the full price to that. So it could have been £20 and it was reduced to £9.97.
Another hidden clue could prevent you from missing out.
The labels actually feature a bit of secret code themselves. For example, if you see an asterisk, it means it won't be back in stock.
Once it's gone, it's gone. So that's like the last remaining stock, and then it won't be coming back after that.
And if it turns out that bagged bargain isn't quite up to scratch, the company have a famously generous returns policy.
Costco have a lifetime guarantee on most items. Some people do return things after quite extended periods of time.
Sadly, some customers can't tell the difference between use and abuse.
Most ridiculous thing that I saw on the membership desk was someone returned a used toilet seat after she'd had it for a while because the soft close had stopped working. And she didn't clean it.
And before you leave the store, there is one last way that the company makes sure it keeps prices down and profits up.
There's only one entrance to both go into the store and out of the store, and as you leave the store, they have staff stationed on the door to check your receipts.
If you're a retailer, one of your biggest costs can be shoplifting, which they euphemistically in the trade call shrinkage. And Costco is very hot on making sure that nothing walks out the door.
They don't just check the trolleys, they also throughout the day do counts and inventory. So they check the high value items throughout the day and they count them to make sure that everything's still correct.
But once you've got your trolley full of bargains and massive bulk buys out the door and back home, you could be faced with a headache.
A lot of people in the United Kingdom have not got the space in their houses to actually store products that they buy in bulk. And that is a big problem.
Sometimes you have to buy less in that sense because you just don't have the room to store it all.
Costco devotee Cindy has been going to the store for 5 years. Shopping is no problem, but storing it is a different story.
It's all sitting in a spare room because I don't have any storage to actually put it anywhere. It is actually becoming a problem now.
Bulk buying may mean you never go short on products, but it can leave you falling drastically short on space. And for Cindy, it's now a pressing issue.
I really need to do something now because I can't keep storing everything. Every time I go or I get a delivery from Costco, it just comes in here. But realistically, it's becoming out of control now.
There is one space in the house that does offer some hope of a solution, but Cindy's yet to take advantage of it.
This used to have a boiler in. I literally just come home and go, I don't know what to do with this. I'll throw it in the boiler room. And it's literally, it's just thrown in there.
Cindy needs help to transform her cupboard into what those in the know commonly call a Costco corner.
It's a depressing cupboard, that's what it is. I'd like somewhere that I could come in and say, right, everything is just not chunked there. So a transformation, it'll be a fantastic help.
Now, after years of disorder, could help finally be on its way. Coming up, Cindy discovers a solution to her bulk buy storage woes.
Okay, I've actually gone quite teary, actually.
Oh, bless her.
We look at some of the other giants in the cash and carry world.
Cash and carries are at the heart of our communities and we love it.
And the startling truth of how Costco really make most of their money.
How much profit are you actually making? And the answer is, in Costco's case, shed loads.
As a business worth $250 billion, Costco is a true giant in the world of cash and carry. But it's certainly not the only one.
So there's lots of cash and carries which are really big. So the most famous name is Booker, which is now owned by Tesco.
It's a highly competitive industry, with other brands such as Best Way and Macro also making waves. And those waves are reaching you, even if you've never stepped inside a cash and carry in your life.
You have to think that as a wholesaler, they are catering to businesses first.
Businesses need cash and carries need business.
Corner shop owners to stock up on their crates of, beans and mayonnaise and breakfast cereal.
Restaurateurs who are buying products for their restaurants.
It means that if you've ever bought from a corner shop, ordered from a takeaway, or eaten out at a small restaurant, you've probably been fed thanks to a cash and carry.
They are going to the cash and carries and doing their big weekly shop in there. That is the foundation of the cash and carries to keep those restaurants afloat, to keep us well fed, to keep us happy.
And the value on offer is a well-kept secret that one group of Brits have known about for years.
I'm talking about the British Asian community. We love our cash and carry. We love buying in bulk. We have big families, we have big parties to organise, we have festivals that we need to cater for. So cash and carries are at the heart of our communities and we love it.
Asian restaurateur Beanie Amin is one of thousands in the UK who could not survive without the practical solutions provided by the cash and carry.
Everything that we've got, all the prep work that we're doing, getting the onions cut, getting the flowers and everything like that, it's all come from a cash and carry.
There are a number of cash and carries within easy reach of Beanie, but today he's going to his current favourite in Bradford.
Right, ICS, let's see what they got.
ICS is the parent company of Cater Choice, a cash and carry for caterers and the public. It's the practical solution for a busy restaurant which consumes basic ingredients like flour in massive quantities.
One of this 25 kg for your naan would last us about 2 days, 3 days max.
The weight of Beanie's 4 bags equates to 66 or more bought from the supermarket. But it's not just about convenience. There can be big cash savings on some bulk items, and Beanie is always looking for value.
That's your mixed masala, mixed whole masala. So we will normally grind that up.
Herbs and spices usually come in tiny packs in supermarkets, but cash and carry is all about the economies of scale.
So crushed chillies is at the moment for £18 and 14 pence. That's a 4 kg bag.
The equivalent in standard 32-gram jars from Sainsbury's would be a whopping £106 for 4 kilograms, about 6 times as much.
Very hot chilli sauce.
Beanie is focused on finding the best prices he can, but there are always distractions even for the most professional cash and carry shoppers.
Sticky toffee pudding, man. Definitely don't want to be coming here when you're fasting, because you're just getting tempted by all these sort of chocolates and ice creams and whatnot.
Beanie has grown up with the belief that the cash and carry offers value whether you're a business or a family.
What I've always been told is if you can buy in bulk, it works a lot cheaper for you. If you've got storage space to store some stuff, buy in bulk.
Catering businesses like Beanie's have large storerooms, a practical solution for putting away their bulk buys. But what about the ordinary shopper?
You go home thinking, where am I going to put it? But it always goes in the shed or the cupboard, there's always room.
When we renovated a house, I did an outhouse, and that's like 50 square metres, so everything gets shifted into there.
If you don't happen to have a spare shed or a handy outhouse, you may be forced to think twice about buying big. But Costco fan Cindy just can't say no to a bargain. Now, after years of storage struggles sending her up the wall, help is at hand.
Hi, Cindy. Nice to meet you.
Hi, please come on in.
She's called in the professionals.
So the problem I've got is really dank, depressing cupboards.
Yeah.
And it's just everywhere that I just throw everything that I don't want inside.
Okay.
So it's really depressing. So I'm sort of like looking for something that I can shelves that I can sort of organise everything
Yeah, we
with?
can do some shelves there for you. Obviously, stack things a lot neater in there for you.
It's the simplest of solutions, but Cindy has neither the skills, tools, or the confidence to do the job herself.
The trickiest part here is cutting around the pipes. Once that bit's done, it's very easy to fit some basic shelving, which gives us some storage space.
For father and son team Martin and Mark, it's their bread and butter.
First one done, yeah?
First one done.
Take it in and pin.
It's taken them less than 2 hours from start to finish, but it's a long-term solution for Cindy.
Just show you the new shelving. So we are 3 shelves,
amazing,
spaced them out quite nicely so you can still get to the stuff at the back. But yeah, we can now store your stuff a lot neater.
That's fantastic. Okay, I've actually gone quite teary, actually.
Oh, bless you. So yeah, good to go.
That's absolutely amazing. It's going to make everything so much easier.
I'll leave you to fill it up, all done and dusted for you.
Thanks ever so
No
much.
worries.
Thank you so much.
Time to put the space-sucking bulk buys behind closed doors.
I should have done this years ago. Really should. It's fantastic.
And with the cupboard full, Cindy can work on limiting her shopping trips to match her newly ordered storage solution.
Yeah, this is amazing. It's really going to change my life.
While caterers, shopkeepers and ordinary shoppers like Cindy expect Costco to save them money, Costco has to make money from them in return. Which begs the question,
how much profit are you actually making? And the answer is, in Costco's case, shed loads. I mean, it's hugely profitable business.
so how do they do it? What is the real secret behind the king of cash and carry's huge profits?
Costco make money like any other supermarket when we buy things from them. They'll make profit on the fact that they've bought products cheaply and are selling them to us at a slightly increased price.
But the company pride themselves on marking up prices by no more than 14%.
They really have to watch their costs. They operate on really razor-thin margins, even smaller than your average grocer.
So the take at the tills alone could never create the global phenomenon that is Costco. The real secret of their success lies with Sol Price's crazy idea from 1976. You have to pay to play.
It makes the bulk of its money not from selling stuff, which is what most retailers do. It makes the bulk of its money from membership fees. And that is very strange.
Even though membership fees only account for around 2% of revenue, it's income with hardly any costs attached.
They make $3.8 billion a year for membership fees, and nearly all of that is pure profit.
With most marketing done by word of mouth, the membership practically sells itself, provided they keep the customer satisfied.
They need to attract the members to get people into the stores, and they need to offer low prices to keep them. But I think the two have to go hand in hand.
So really what they want to do is get you hooked, like a drug, on coming to the store, and then you will renew next year and the year after.
But the membership scheme also has a hidden advantage. Information is power, and for this wholesaler, it's a massive moneymaker.
Costco choose the products they're going to sell because they listen to their membership. They know the membership because they have the criteria of what their jobs are. They've got all the data from the people that sign the forms, so they know exactly what those people would like to purchase.
So while everything from peanuts to pearl earrings make the tills ring, up to an estimated 90% of the company's profits come from its membership fees.
Costco is a profit monster, getting all its shoppers to hand over money before they've even gone into the store, before you've incurred any costs of actually selling them any products. It's genius.
And Costco and the secret world of cash and carry could be about to reach its prime.
The Costco model of opening up to both businesses and consumers mean that they're really well set to succeed in future and to continue to grow.
They could do incredibly well as the cost of living crisis really hits home badly and people are desperate to save money. And they might discover that bulk buying, if they're canny, could save considerable sums of money.
Which is why Britain can't say no to a bit of Costco.
Are you saving enough for retirement? We investigate how safe is your pension, brand new next Wednesday at 7. And tonight, minute by minute, we uncover the event that turned our skies black in ash cloud the week the world stopped, brand new next.